Let me begin with something that is both obvious and deeply important. Across many African countries, people are not confused about whether change is needed because the need for change is visible in everyday life. You do not need a formal report to recognize when systems are not working effectively, right? And you do not need an external consultant to tell you when people are struggling to access basic services, when infrastructure limits productivity, or when opportunities are not evenly distributed. These realities are experienced daily, discussed openly, and understood widely. However, the real issue is not awareness. The real issue is that awareness has not consistently translated into structured and sustained transformation. Over time, something subtle begins to happen. People start to adjust to what should not be normal, and instead of solving problems, they begin to manage them. Gradually, societies move from transforming systems to surviving within them. Yet, despite this, transformation is not impossible. It is simply not random. If meaningful transformation is to happen in any context, whether in a nation, an organization, a community, or even an individual life, there must be a clear understanding of how change actually works. This is where the ADAPT model becomes both relevant and practical. It is not theoretical and it is not abstract. It is a structured approach to understanding and leading change effectively. The 6 steps are straightforward: alert, diagnose, readiness, alignment, transform, and sustain. In simpler terms, this means seeing early, understanding clearly, preparing fully, aligning people, executing effectively, and sustaining growth. When these steps are followed intentionally, transformation becomes more predictable and more sustainable. The first step is alerting the system, which requires seeing clearly. Across Africa, many signals are already visible. Youth unemployment remains a concern. In several regions, infrastructure gaps continue to affect economy productivity, and many systems still rely heavily on individuals rather than structured processes. In addition, opportunities often exist, but access to those opportunities is not even distributed. These are not even hidden problems. They are not new problems either. These challenges are everywhere, and we see them repeatedly everywhere we go. And over time, people begin to normalize them. And once something becomes normalized, it is no longer treated with urgency. So, alert the system. It's very important. It is to recognize clearly what is not working and to define it with precision rather than general statements. The second step is diagnosis. And see, this is very important. Instead of identifying root causes, attention is often placed on visible symptoms. For example, when unemployment is high, the discussion may focus only on job creation without fully examining how education systems, skill development, policy alignment, and industry readiness contribute to the situation. Similarly, when infrastructure challenges arise, the focus may remain on funding alone without considering planning, execution discipline, maintenance system, and accountability structures. Effective diagnosis requires asking deeper and more precise questions. It requires moving beyond what is visible to understand what is driving the issue. If the wrong problem is addressed, the same challenges will continue. to reappear. The third step is readiness, which focuses on preparation. Before transformation begins, there must be sufficient capacity, clarity, and structure to support execution. This includes developing the right skills, building effective systems, aligning resources, and ensuring that expectations are clearly defined. One of the recurring challenges in many environments is that execution begins before readiness is fully established. Projects are launched with enthusiasm, but the supporting systems required to sustain them are not yet in place. Plans are announced, but the mechanisms needed to deliver results consistently remain weak. Although readiness may not always be visible, it plays a critical role in determining whether execution will succeed or fail. The first step is alignment, which is essential for coordinated effort. In many transformation efforts, different groups are active, but they are not working together effectively. Policies may be created without full understanding across all levels, and teams may be engaged without execution alignment, without clear coordination, and without even having clarity on their roles and responsibilities, not even communication. See, when it comes to this, we have to work together. Working together is very critical. Without alignment, effort increases, but results remain limited. The fifth step is transformation through execution. This is where plans move into action. However, execution must be structured and disciplined. It cannot be reactive or inconsistent. Effective execution involves coordination, measurement, and accountability. It requires a clear understanding of priorities and a commitment to following through on defined actions. Transformation is not determined by how strongly something started, but by how we execute consistently. The final step is sustainability, which ensures that progress continues over time. Many initiatives begin with strong momentum but fail to maintain results. Sustainability requires systems, accountability, and continuous improvement. It ensures that gains are not lost and that progress becomes part of the system rather than a temporary outcome. If results cannot be sustained, transformation has not been fully achieved. Take note of that. This structured approach is clearly reflected in leadership of Nehemiah. He did not simply rebuild the wall. He followed a deliberate process. He saw the problem clearly, understood its deeper implications, prepared thoroughly, aligned people effectively, executed with structure, and ensured sustainability. This is why his work had lasted impact. I want you to think about this in Africa. Africa does not lack power, does not lack potential, does not lack individual. It lacks people who are genuine about transformation. What is needed is structured and disciplined change leadership. This includes leaders who understand how a transformation really works, who can move from awareness to execution and who can build systems that sustain results over time. Transformation is not about abstract, it's not an abstract concept, it is a process. It is that process that helps any system to move from awareness to sustainability. And that is very crucial for us in Africa today. Discover how you can build your team and drive transformation today. Visit ChangeGeniusAI.com and begin your transformation journey today. Thank you.